Yibbity-boo, yibbity-boo, yibbity-boo. Hey,
And it's
and I know what to do. Hey,
gigantic solution.
completely bent as fuck headphones.
Yeah, get bent headphones.
No, look at this. Check this out. You know how they're supposed to be like this?
Oh yeah, they got bent.
Yeah, it's because someone at the company Jen's not going to be working for much longer decided to coil up my cord around my headphones and disconnect it from.
Wait,
from all
did
this
it
here.
take you working there for her to realize that place kind of sucks?
She had kind of known, but like, I think I was the tipping point.
Makes sense.
And it's one of those deals too where I'm like, I told him like I feel responsible, like it's I feel responsible for you feeling shitty about your job, but she's like, no, it's really not you. So it's like, all right, if you say so.
Not you, it's me.
Yeah. Right. Like usually the last time I heard that, I found out.
Those are all different things.
Yeah. I mean, you already told me you were gay, so I'm not worried about it. Like. Yeah, that's the way that one goes. Let's see. I'm trying to recreate a situation here. I got a better box, I think, but I'm trying to build a better box. Oh, we got a comment on our last episode.
Oh.
And I'm gonna talk about it on this episode. But I'm gonna read it to you first.
Okay.
Because I don't. The comment says, why is Luis J. Gomez watching two bears take turns being on top? On here. Hi, kitten. Yeah, why is Luis J. Gomez watching two bears take turns being on top on here?
I think you're Luis J. Gomez.
Why? Because
and then on the video,
I don't look anything like that.
On the newest one, like the one I posted yesterday?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah, because me and Dave switched places. Well, whatever. As long as they're watching, I don't care.
Exactly, right? Like thanks for the content.
Right. And now that you commented, more engagement. That's how that works.
Like it's time for me. Like now I get to fire back, Mr. Name a lot of numbers.
Reminds me of when Andy watched the Office trailer.
Yeah.
He is not
Banjo
fart.
player at 114 is I.
No, he is not. He is fart or whatever he said. I think he said fart.
Look, the numbers keep going up every time I click on it. It goes up by 1. I was like, cool, a comment. I wonder what somebody said. I'm sure it's annoying, and then I was right.
Yeah.
It's like you want engagement until you get engagement, and you're like, fuck all these people.
And you're like, God, people are dumb.
People are stupid. It's like that's your best shot, like honestly.
Well, English is not easy.
His name is Cornelian Squeen, and he's got a whole 1 subscriber to his name, so
I feel like it's Ben, and he just made up a name. Then was like, hey, I'm gonna subscribe to myself.
No, joined November 25th, 2020, so this guy definitely
it's the long game.
Yeah, back before Ben had any interest in this podcast at all.
Yeah.
It was like that one time the flat earth dork tried to get us to talk about the flat earth shit. Like, no. Here's what I know about flat earth. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's flat. Where you make it flat. And the rest of it's round.
Yep. I was watching. Good.
Has it ever crossed your mind that we make things level on a round surface? Like, it's always weirded me out. But like, got to make sure it's square and level. And I'm like, but
it's not.
But
it's not gonna be.
We're on a round planet, so we just make flat spots.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because if you don't, it'll just slide over to the side.
Sometimes, yeah.
And I've seen enough buildings that are sideways from where they're supposed to be in my time. Like, huh. So that's not what they meant when they said split level. I spilled an enormous glass of water right before the show started. The cat was very interested in that. Then I had to
right.
plug down. It's like 7:28. I'm like, God damn it! I'm not going to be able to hold this for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I got home. Was like, I can tell I'm gonna have to go, but I don't have to go yet. And then my dad's like, "Yeah, your sister made chili," and I'm like, "Oh well, I'm gonna have to immediately go then."
Yep.
I went and got my chili, set it down, and I was like, "Nope, it's time. It's time." 3 rounds in the green toilet.
I mean, I went to Costco, so I mean, you know who won the pony. Wouldn't you know who won the pony? Just like, oh, hey, you want me to have some of this plant-based protein? Sounds awesome. Let me put that in there with a slice of pizza and a mocha freeze. Because we can't do regular soda.
Dude.
It's Seattle laws.
Yeah, that's so weird. Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on, Dave.
Yeah, for real, right? Like, I want to talk to...
I'm setting up. It does not take that long to set up.
No, click, click, click.
I could have had a whole tailgate set up by now.
It's true. Hey, we have college football on TV this weekend.
We do. We have game day Saturday. Live from Ireland.
Oh shit, that's right. That means
yeah.
It means I should tune back into Dan Patrick. Because in the summertime I stop listening. Because it's when he takes his most vacations and when they pretty much just talk about baseball.
Mm-hmm. That's when most of them take their vacations, it seems like, because
unless they're baseball guys.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, like they're the take two. Fox radio lineup.
Take two, Jake.
Take two, Jake. The Fox radio lineup isn't nearly as deep as they want to make it sound like it is.
Yeah.
Like they've got
Are you talking about my dick?
Yep. They've got Dan Patrick, they've got Colin Coward. And then after that, they've got like these fucking jokers, Covino and Rich. I don't know if you've heard these fucking chuckleheads.
Nope.
But they come on and they substitute for Dan Patrick on occasion, and they're like, oh, it's Covino and Rich. Skip, hard skip. Like they're I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like their style. I don't like their face. Says, and it's even on the radio.
When I'm buying alcohol and the dude at the counter.
Cat, will you close that window, please? You're a cat.
Meow.
Meow.
See?
When I told you I had pie, I thought of this song. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Days Creek scheduled a game for August 31st. You know what I said? Yeah, well, Oregon scheduled theirs first. So
yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, boys. I will not be attending that.
You know, the Rock's gonna tell you a little story.
The Rock's gonna tell you a little story.
But he's gonna tell you anyway.
No. It really is.
It really is.
I'm actually honestly, I'm kind of surprised that you said yes to coaching at Days Creek again.
Why?
Just cause Dave and
no, but I literally can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't care. He gave me a practice plan today, and he's like, "Hey, I gotta do something up here with a coach or a teacher, parent. It was a parent." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Here's the plan." We get down there, and I'm looking at the plan. I'm like,
"Plan sucks.
We have not done any of this stuff. So you're expecting me to coach the thing that you wanted to coach? No, we're just gonna run passing lines. We're gonna work on stuff that we should be getting better at.
Work on the fundamentals."
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was, but he wrote it wrong. it was like stuff we had actually gone over, but he changed 2 or 3 of the words, and I was like, well, we haven't done that. So I just assumed he was putting things on the paper the proper way. And then he's like, it's the same thing we've been doing. And I'm like, is it? Because those are different words. And he's like, what? And then he reads it out loud. I'm like, yeah, you didn't say that. Oh, I'm like, here's what you said. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that.
Like, nope, back to passing lines.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I when I coached Bailey's team in 8th grade, I didn't gather the larger scope of what they wanted me to do, mostly because they didn't really tell me.
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, we want you to run this super high complex defense and also a 4-out offense. By the way, here's 20 kids and 6 of them have never played basketball before. I have 2 teams to coach here. And I have to start with, this is a screen. This is how to dribble. And you want me to teach the pack line defense?
Yeah.
No, we're playing
a 4-out offense with kids that haven't played basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, we're gonna work on screen and roll. We're gonna work on feeding the ball to the big man, and then we're gonna shoot when we're open.
Yeah, makes sense.
And yeah, apparently they didn't like that.
Oh.
I was like, well, don't give me fucking shitty kid. Don't turn me into a glorified babysitter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or act like you've been running a program underneath them for years.
Yeah. They came in, they're like, how do you not know our culture? I'm like, well, bro, I've been here for all of 11 days.
Sorry, I didn't catch you guys on ESPN last week.
Yeah, sorry, your son's a piece of shit there, Roth. Yeah, I mean, proof that the apple falls incredibly far from the tree. Bart Rothenberger, son of whatever the coach of Junction City's name is, something Rothenberger, is a total piece of shit. Like
Mr. Rothenberger?
Mr. Rothenberger, on the other hand, really, like, national coach of the year a couple times, like, for whatever that's worth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, really nice dude, really class act. Son, piece of shit. Kind of guy to coach a 2A school in a 1A league.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the number 1 and the number 2 teams in 1A basketball the years I played were both 2A schools playing down.
Yeah. Most years now, it's like the top 2 or 3 are private schools that recruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you're like, wait, you guys have a 6'10" post and 2 6'7" wings?
None of them speak English?
And your guards are 6'3" and 6'2"?
Your post is from Slovenia.
Yeah. Nobody can say the name of your point guard.
Yeah. You guys just call him Chuck.
Because that's how he shoots. He's a chucker.
And for some reason, it goes in like 45% of the time.
Make it rain.
He's not going to play in college, but he's going to be a hell of a high school star.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I see those dudes sometimes that I watch them play. When I was watching high school basketball, I'm like, man, there's part of you that knows this is the end.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of you that thinks, I'll get a look from Western. No, you won't.
Nah. Yeah, Dave. Coaching with Dave, like, just from listening to him, he's not so stuck in his, oh, this is South Umpqua 1988.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of like, he still doesn't know how to run an offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he doesn't see the details of things. Like, I'm over there running the dummy D, and I'm telling my players, I'm like, hey, this is a run to the right. How do I know that? Because 3 of your kids are pointed that way.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. And I can tell you right now, the fullback's getting the ball.
How do I know that? Because his eyes are this big.
Because he's like this. I'm like, dude, you're literally telling me.
Yeah. The trick is to get everybody to act like they're getting the ball.
Right. Or nobody.
Yeah.
Like, you need to line up. And I told him that today. I'm like, you guys are telling everyone, just line up the same every time. If I know you're going to hook block me, guess what? You're not going to be able to hook block me.
When the short time I played fucking Flag, we had a dude that tried to like institute calls at the line. Is like orange 38, and I'm like, hang on. All right. And everyone was like, oh, it's going to the line. It's going. I'm like, no, it's not. I just had to think about what our play call was. Like, calm down. It is going to me. It is going to me though.
I actually got a flag my first game of senior year for making up calls on the defense because I was the linebacker. And Darren, who he's one of our D tackles, so I would always smack his ass and then just yell something random like Texas Red, and I was just screaming random shit while the offense is starting to do stuff.
Oh,
and only like 2 or 3 guys would move because they're like, oh, he's calling an audible. And they would literally like half a step to the right or half a step to the left, not really actually meaning anything.
Right.
And I kept
and the referee's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up.
And so he threw
it's concerning signals on that guy.
Right. He warned me, and I was like, oh yeah, we're just, I'm trying to get the read in. I did it again, get a flag. Oh, okay, I'll stop.
All right.
That's not illegal though.
Right.
It's only when they're up to the line and you're like, up, like anything like that where you're faking the snap. Yeah, that sort of thing.
And I wasn't doing anything like that. I wasn't faking snaps or anything. And it wasn't like I was smacking Darren on the hip real loud. It was just like pat. Or I started like shifting people on the line to what I thought was going to happen.
So you get right up behind Darren and just grab onto him.
Right. I did do that one time, just both hands on his hips, and he's just like, where do I go?
Just stay right there, baby.
And I was just like, back.
I was coaching basketball, and I had 2 kids who were really good guards. And when you have 2 kids who are really good guards, you win a lot of games.
Yeah.
And so it got to the point where like they would, if the game was tight, they'd just go on a 14-2 run on their own and make the game no longer tight. And then we'd play team basketball. And if the game got tight, 14-2 run, and then we'd push them out again.
Yeah.
So we're playing one game, and we've had the whole season, and the kids figured out how to call plays with hands instead of words. And so I just started yelling random nonsense from the sideline with my hand in different positions in a different place every single time I'd do it. I would have my hand just someplace else and just yell something.
Yeah.
And the kids would come out and they're like, mastermind, run mastermind. Like, what the fuck? They have 400 plays.
Right.
No, we've got 3.
Psych.
Go to the hoop, go away from the hoop, go to the hoop, and go away from the hoop. It's 3 plays.
They're running Groundhog Day again. It's weird.
It's different than the last time.
It's not the same.
The other thing, the thing we used to do in high school is any city inside the state was one play. Any city outside the state was a different play.
A good way to do it.
And so the coach also says, so make sure that we aren't calling things like Dallas. Okay, that's going to be a problem.
You're just making it Sioux Falls.
Yep.
Bozeman.
Or Manhattan. There you go.
Pick really weird named cities.
There's more than one Manhattan, though.
But there's none in Oregon.
But that's true. What about Salem?
Wouldn't call Salem. I would probably call Salem and then just expect everyone to know I'm in Oregon. Because are we really talking
witch hunt?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to make sure you don't have anyone smart on your team. Like, hold on. Hold on.
We had me. I was the smartest guy.
There's a couple of those.
Yeah.
Springfield.
Wait a minute. Question. There's no shot clock, so I'll come over there and explain it, then we'll run it. All right? Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed the shot clocks today at Days Creek. I was like, what is that? Oh yeah, they forgot to have the shot clock in high school now.
Finally,
What do they get? Like 35 seconds or something?
Something like that.
and it's not going to increase scoring at all.
Nah.
If anything, it's going to decrease scoring because kids are going to get scared.
It's going to increase
oh God.
rebounding.
Let it rain.
Rebounding and turnovers are going to skyrocket.
Right.
I don't know if it's just that kids suck at basketball now.
Yes.
But I look back, we were scoring like, because I had some time to go through my yearbook. I was trying to find pictures of me graduating. I was looking at trying to look at the scoreboard, and like if we won, we were in the 80s, and when we lost, we were in the 60s. I look at these high school scores now, and it's like 52-38. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Put the ball in the hoop. Is it that hard?
Steph Curry.
Ask Riddle girls.
We see, and that's the thing. Like Steph Curry kind of ruined it because now everyone wants to take 40-foot shots, and no one realizes that I can make 100 shots from under the hoop out of 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and like Melo and all those like mid-range wizards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody shoots mid-range.
Yeah. You got your guys that okay, nobody shoots mid-range except for the guys that absolutely can shoot mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see those guys, and it's like, oh, that looks easy. They've got a 6'7" wingspan.
Yeah. It's like Kevin Durant.
6'8" or 6'10", and they're shooting from 8 feet. Their release point is 8 feet off the ground.
Yeah. It's like watching Arvydas Sabonis shoot a 3. The ball went down to the hoop. He didn't shoot it. He's like, throw it down at the hoop.
Throw it down, big man.
I miss Arvydas Sabonis.
The Shaq free throws.
I hate when I'm buying alcohol and the dude at the counter is like, "You got any big plans for the rest of the night?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you're looking at it."
Fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You got any big play? No, dude. Like, I don't know. Stop trying to.
Dave,
like
you gonna be at Pioneer Days? Oh, go ahead. After that, Jake, say your thing, and then I'll Dave.
Oh, I was just talking about the person who is going off about people talking in line at the pharmacy the other day.
Oh
yeah. What did I started typing something and then I got distracted like I always do when I'm on my phone.
Yeah. The distraction.
I think I was just gonna call them a cunt or something like that. Just be like, you must be a miserable human being. Like I was just gonna go. I wasn't gonna like try to wordsmith it. I was just gonna be like, you suck.
It's like I thought about it for a moment because I removed myself from the situation and thought about other people for literally 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, why are people in line at the pharmacy? Because they're ailing. Who's ailing the most? Well, old people are. Why are old people ailing? Because they're old and fucking them ready to die. So they're not going to get out of the house. So it must be kind of nice for them to have somebody to talk to for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Also, go to Fred Meyer if you don't want a conversation.
Right.
Go to a big store. Don't go to your hometown pharmacy, where the whole idea of the pharmacy was like the center of small towns for a long time. You used to go to the pharmacy to get everything. You need milk? Pharmacy has it.
You need a baseball? Pharmacy.
Yeah. Do you want some model wooden planes? Pharmacy's probably got it.
Yeah, because pharmacy really just kind of grew out of the general store.
Yeah.
Go get your butt drugs.
Yeah, butt drugs.
That makes me think of that meme. It says when you're deployed and your girlfriend spends $50 on a Saturday morning at the
like 4 in the morning or whatever. Yeah.
Just like tears. Like that's probably not good.
Yeah. But so anyways, Pioneer Days, yes, I will be attending because it's right there.
Right down near the beach.
You know where football practice is?
A little bit further that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I get great parking at Pioneer Days. Because for some reason, no one parks in Mom's Mom's lot.
No, because it's like a block away. But it's not a Vegas block. It's literally a Canyonville block, and
Yeah.
that's 90 feet.
It's
Yeah.
a baseball throwaway.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a Ichiro Suzuki baseball throwaway,
Yeah.
which is pretty
I-
far, but
I think we could roll a ball left-handed that far.
With the overhand bowling grip.
Yes.
With that kung fu grip.
Bowling ball grip from the front.
Mhm. Speaking of bowling ball grips from the front, I just matched with a chick online. Except I don't remember doing anything
Oh.
because I had thought I deleted it. And I'm like, initial thought, why am I getting a weird message from Sarah? And I open it and I'm like, oh my god, she looks like my ex.
You're like, maybe not.
Nope.
See ya.
You look too much like her.
Yeah.
It's like it was like after Heather and I broke up, like the first 3 women who showed me attention were all named Heather. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, no. Like
Right.
this is not gonna. I'm not gonna put that
Not
on
up
you.
in here.
Not like that's not fair for either one of us. Like,
Well, like to this day, anytime I get a message from a page, I'm just like, nope.
yep.
Turn
All
the
right.
page.
I got there are
Yeah.
definitely names that were just hard no's after a
Mhm.
while.
What throws me off? All right, so
Anyone named Jennifer is a hard no. I don't know.
I think that was her name.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh no.
What throws me off? Now, this is no hate whatsoever, but my ex, who she's dating right now, is a guy I grew up with, and his ex-wife is also a 5'5" brunette named Sarah. And I was like,
Got a
He's
type.
not smart. So, I mean,
really, guy?
just don't confuse yourself.
No,
and just-
but I'm like, you know what? 2 can play that game.
I'm gonna date your
I did
mom.
see her yesterday.
Yeah. And if I coached, I was waiting for you to say that.
All right,
No.
man.
Hey.
These people
You ready for a good ass show? What do you mean these people?
are ready for a good ass show.
Yeah, they're ready.
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show, and here he is, fresh from the top bunk. It's Dave.
Yeah. Off the top bunk with the flying bowling grip.
The flying junk.
How would the flying bowling grip work? They'd have to be like face down.
It'd kind of be like, imagine the Von Erich's Iron Claw, but
That's
with
what I was thinking.
3 fingers instead of 5.
They tape them together and do like the Ninja Turtle Spock.
But that's a Spocker. That's you get him with the Spocker. You're in trouble there.
Gotta make weird faces.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and make the Darren sound.
Well, speaking of gripping them from the top bunk,
Wait.
Hold on.
up there making a sandwich, it's Robin.
Extra mayonnaise.
As long as I'm not drinking them, it's fine.
No Drake in him.
No.
But you might be R. Kelly in him.
I wonder when the last time I peed the bed was. Actually, I know. I think I was 3. I lived in Canyonville.
You never got drunk peas?
No. Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
I mean, I know Samson did it and Noah did it, but
I got drunk peed on once. I did not enjoy it.
oh.
That's how I met my wife.
Anyway, bringing it around, the guy who gets peed on
No!
because he's wearing yellow.
Hey! God damn it.
You are. Hey, it's snake.
Yeah, it's
It
me.
was a white jersey.
Shut up, Dave. I hit the trees harder than Sonny Bono. It's me. It's One Take Jake back in the saddle again. And boy, am I glad that the Renaissance Fair is over.
No more midgets.
How long was that? There was
Hey,
like
weekends.
the same one, or is it just a
The
different
same
one?
one?
The same one. Yeah, I mean they had different themes, but it was pretty much just,
Were all of them old?
by the time it was, well, no, they had pirate theme, they had villain theme, they had just your high fantasy theme. The last week was like apparently ugly chick theme.
Apparently.
Yeah, 'cause I
Apparently-
didn't get any pictures.
Yeah, there was a reason.
Well,
was-
so because it threw me off because a buddy of mine in Monroe posted a picture like heading to the Ren Fair and he was in his get up, and I was
or
like,
was it Monroe?
it was Monroe.
Oh, okay.
He's heading to he's in Monroe.
Yeah.
But he posted going to the Ren Fair and had his whole get up on. And I'm like, man, he must have posted this picture like 2 weeks late or something like that.
Nope.
And that makes sense now.
Yeah, I was out there. The only weekend I wasn't out there was a weekend before last because my brakes went out.
Hmm.
We didn't talk about that, did we?
I mean, we did, but not. I don't think we talked on here about it.
I didn't talk
Nope.
about it on the show, no.
No.
So I was headed out to the Ren Fair Saturday morning. I put in my pre-order at the bakery. I'm going to go pick up some joints on the way to the Renaissance Fair. It's about
Oh,
a
that
45
type of bakery.
Yeah.
Get some cannolis.
Yeah, Dave, some cannolis, some
Yeah.
cannoli rolls.
Pre-rolled cannoli.
Pre-rolled cannolis.
Zero.
That's the name
Pre-rolled
of this
cannoli is
episode.
the name of the episode. Yeah.
So I get gas, and my brake pedal's been a little bit long, but I'm like, okay, well, I just need to get the brakes done. I'm sure it'll last a little. No, it's not lasting. Brakes went all the way to the floor, and I don't know if you guys have ever been in a car where the brakes went out while you were driving it. It's among the most terrifying things that have ever happened to me in a car.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And you're moving with speed. And
You're
wet.
like, oh, yeah, I realized that below 25 miles an hour, I could get it to stop,
Yeah.
but there was no deceleration from like 60 to 25.
That and having the accelerator stick are the two scariest things I've had driving.
I've never had that happen. That sounds fucking terrifying.
Dude, I was in my dad's shitty work pickup and I was over by the T court and I was going to park in the dirt before they had a paved area
Yeah.
and the fucking gas pedal stuck to the floor. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like stomping on. I finally got it unstuck.
Did you throw it in neutral or did you just
No, I got it unstuck.
just rodeoed it out of
I
there?
just had time. There wasn't like it wasn't like I was in danger and I was in first gear. So it wasn't like I
Oh.
was going fast,
Mhm.
but it
And-
was still like, what?
Isn't
Like,
now
oh,
the
shit.
parking lot, they've got like dividers and stuff like that?
Yeah. So
Kinda,
it's not how
uh-huh.
it looks now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was
so
trying to
then-
imagine it how it would be now,
Mhm.
or at least how I remember it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, it's probably less scary than how I'm imagining it.
When I don't think they had a parking lot when you were there last, but now they have like directly on the other side of the street from the T court. There's a parking lot and it's got two entrances. Well, I guess one's supposed to be an exit, but whatever. I'd use them however. And then there's
So do I.
two sections of spots, and then on the diagonal up towards like Coffinberry, like the cemetery and all that shit, there's a little dog park there. I didn't get stopped to where the dog park is now when I did it,
Yeah. Oh shit.
but it was fun. Good
I've had
adventure.
the bottle underneath the brakes,
Oof.
but I didn't know that there was a bottle rolling around back in there,
Yeah.
down there. And you go to push the brakes and then it's like, why aren't these going down? And I can't slow down. And it was one of those, I look down and I'm trying to kick it out while also watching the road. Like,
right.
fuck, I got to change lanes. Hold on. So that one, but also it didn't take as long as it felt.
Right.
Felt a lot
Anytime
longer
those
than,
things happen,
Yeah.
like brakes going out and the
Mhm.
accelerator sticking or the something under the pedal, like
Yeah.
those are panicky moments.
Mm-hmm.
My
You're
dad
like, oh,
told
that was only 3 seconds, and it felt like 3
A day.
minutes.
That's what she said.
my dad told me a story. He was driving his old Bronco back up Old McKinsey Highway, and the headlights went out like at
Mhm.
night.
But that was fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he said he's like I'm racking the thing, but there's a 100-foot drop in a river to my right, and I'm going 70 miles an hour. So yeah,
Yep.
that he's like that was not fun.
That happened to us on the Big Sur. We had a family when I was a kid. Went down to Eureka, or is it Eureka?
They're both
Whose
there.
Rika is it?
They're in the area. Both
Yeah.
of them
Both.
are near each
Is
other.
it had the old Blue Goose train down there. It was an old steam engine train that you can go down and actually ride it.
Oh, the
But
old
anyways,
Blue Goose.
Pretty
I'm
sure
gonna
that's
look that up.
Wairika.
Okay. So anyways, we're there and then then we're just like driving around, we cut over. It was supposed to be just go down there and come back. But then we were like, Dad's like, oh, let's just go drive. So we ended up over on Highway
Wairika.
1 and we're driving up. And finally they're just like, okay, we'll just get a hotel room. We'll find one. One headlight goes out. Oh wait, flat
we're gonna-
tire.
Wallflowers over here.
Right. Come on, drive a
Flat-
little.
Got a flat tire. Changed that. Driving up the one, headlight goes out. And Billy's in the back like, what if we get another flat tire? Don't say that. What if the other headlight goes out? Don't say
Don't
that.
say that.
And so finally, and we don't know this area. This is well before phones could tell you where you're at and
You didn't
what's
have an
nearby.
atlas in the car?
We did, but it doesn't show you where the hotels are.
That's fair.
So
Well,
we're
if you have a shitty atlas, you got to get one from a hotel.
We're just driving and driving. Finally, when we find a place, and this is the first time I got to watch Beavis and Butthead story.
Because you had your own room.
Yeah. So
Yep.
it was that trip.
Okay.
And so, because it was getting dark, and they're like, well, this is the first place we found. We'll take it.
Take
You
it.
guys had like the heart-shaped jacuzzi in your room.
Bed-
Billy and I
you
are
put
just
a
laying on
quarter
the
in
bed.
bed and it
Just, it's like a massage.
I always try to imagine like what the actual like attraction of the vibrating bed was, because I can't imagine that would add anything to the sex experience. The
I
sex
feel like
experience, if you
the
will.
bed would have to vibrate at such a violent force for me to feel like
You
for
like
it to be
hydraulics on the bed.
Yeah. It's like I was like, I might as well just be laying on a
corner,
mechanical
there's, like,
bull.
In the corner, there's like some cholo operating the switches.
It's like I'm
The
trying
light
to set the
show.
record for the
Yeah.
All of a sudden, The Hills by the Weekend starts playing, and there's a lot of bass.
No mama's way.
So I know, Robin, you've watched Vice Principals. Dave, have you watched Vice Principals?
Is that the one with?
Danny McBride and
Danny
Walton
McBride.
Goggins.
Yes, I have not seen that. It is on my list. I just don't know where to watch it.
Max.
It's on. Yeah, it's on Max. I just completed the first season today. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes,
Mhm.
and it's one of those shows where they take a sharp turn at the end of the first season. And you're like, wait a minute, what did I just watch for the past 9 episodes? Like this, because they're going along. Everything's going on to this harebrained, insane plan. I'm not going to spoil it because you sound like you may want to watch it.
I will start it tonight.
And then one of the characters has something incredibly tragic happen to them right in the last 15 seconds of the first season. And it was good enough that I was sitting there, I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch the end of the first season. I was like, okay, well, now I have to watch episode 1 of season 2 to see what they do with this, because
Yeah.
and this is why I've never been good at episodic TV, because I would be terrible with cliffhangers. I'd be like, I have to wait for 3 months now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Breaking Bad sucked.
Oh my God. I was so fortunate with Breaking Bad that I started watching in the break between season 6 part 1 and season 6 part 2.
Yeah.
6, right?
I think it was 5, but still.
5. Yeah. The final season.
Yeah.
Like I started watching then. I caught all the way up, and I was a week behind when the show came out. So I got 1 free week. And then for the final 4 episodes, it was like wake up Sunday morning, download the episode, and sit there on the chair like this for an hour.
Oh, it's such a good show.
I think, yeah. Is it time? Is it time to start it up again?
I don't know if it is, because like I'm still finding stuff occasionally. I rediscovered Discovery Channel shows.
Oh, yeah.
And I stopped. I used to watch those all the time, and then they started playing Naked and Afraid all the time, and I was like, I don't care if you guys can find food or not, and everything's blurry anyway. So what's the point?
Mhm.
Yeah, why is this in HD?
I've watched one Naked and Afraid, and it's only because it was the one of the podcasts, the wildlife podcasts I listened to.
Yeah.
The biologist on that was on it, and he was talking about in his
okay.
podcast about how he gained weight doing it because he
Oh.
found so much, because he's such a good outdoorsman.
Yeah.
They actually they told him, so he had so many of these jungle potatoes in the back of his back of their shelter that the producers wanted to take all the food, because they're like, we can't make it look like you have a bunch of food. And he's like, if you take all my food, I'm just going to go find more.
Right.
So they put if you watch the episode, there's like in the very back, there's just a random leaf laying across the back of their shelter, and they're just covering up all the food that he found.
Wow.
Is he,
Because
like,
he gained a bunch of weight for the show, and so his buddies were like, "Man, you were fat for that." And he's like, "Well, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to eat, and then you gained weight, right?" And he's like, "A little bit. Like, I didn't lose a lot of weight."
and there's like the show Alone is a lot like that too, and these are the shows that they're pushing because it takes absolutely nothing to create them.
Right.
Mhm.
It takes an insurance claim and like 4 professional cameras.
Yeah.
And then you've got 12 weeks of content.
Yeah.
Good job.
I do enjoy Alone though. I watch Alone. I've watched Alone more than I've watched any of these other survival shows.
Is Alone the one where they're like alone? Yeah. But
Yeah.
aren't they in like cold weather or something?
So they do a lot of
they're all
them
dropped
like,
in different places all over the map.
yeah. So it's basically like here's a river, and then the big area. They're basically like dropped along different areas of the map, far enough apart that they will never make it to each other.
Yeah.
But they're in the same region.
Same region, but everyone has like different problems. Like
Yeah.
you're next to a stream, or you don't have so much foliage, or whatever.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
We're planning you on all this bedrock. Enjoy.
I found a new show last week.
Oh.
Bad Monkey.
Bad
on
Monkey.
Oh yeah.
Apple TV. Dude.
I watched the first episode.
Did you?
I dig it.
Yeah. I like it.
I wanted to watch it.
Vince Vaughn and Peter. Peter
MacFarlane?
from Peter Pool.
Oh,
okay.
He's in it?
He'll show up.
Okay, he'll show up, because I was thinking, was he the sheriff?
No,
But,
no.
Okay.
He'll show up. I at first I was like, he looks familiar, and then I was like, oh my god, Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
We all got
Yeah.
a Peter.
Yay. But it's pretty funny, and
Mhm.
I guess it's based on a book, and they have
How do you
so
watch
like the
a
first right. They make it into a TV show and put it on Apple TV because they're like, people don't like reading. But the first season is based on a book, and then there's another book being written, so they're planning to make that into another season. So
I'm trying to do the George R.R. Martin thing where they're like, just keep writing them, George.
right, but the gist of it is Vince Vaughn is a detective, and he's suspended at the start of the show, and discover somebody catches a hand or an arm like fishing, and you're like, what? How do you catch an arm? And then it just goes from there. Like it's in Florida Keys.
Oh yeah, that's why you mentioned it, because we were talking about Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Gainesville.
Yeah, Gainesville and Galesville.
Gainesville.
Does Jake know that she's getting married?
No.
Who?
Oh,
Alicia.
Again?
Yeah.
Again.
Wait, did she knock the ashes off the dress that she just burned?
Maybe. Another white dress.
Mhm.
Like,
That's how that works.
I'm wearing black.
I'm not. It's gonna be hot.
Right.
I'm gonna
So,
wear.
yeah,
I've got this really nice
I'll
gray.
wear this shirt.
So
like I'm not here to say that Alicia and I have been the closest of people, of friends all this time, but sometimes you just got to say, what the fuck?
Right? Yeah. Well, the thing that got me was she was here like 9 months ago. We hung out. Maybe it was actually last time I hung out with her was at Dino's thing, Dino's memorial.
Mm-hmm.
And she had told me that she was separated from her husband because he accused her of cheating on him with this dude. And then a year later, she's marrying said dude. And like when she said it to me, I was like, okay, I'll just play dumb and
I'm just
pretend
gonna see myself out.
I don't get it. I believe you. Come on, man.
I think I've heard that story before.
Yeah. Sounds
And
a
then
bit
there's always the
familiar.
follow. Like I'm just gonna speculate here.
It's like reading
but
off of a page.
But it's let's just go ahead and add the number one hit of, oh well, if you're gonna accuse me of it, I may as well go do it.
Right.
Which I'm sure came out of her mouth.
I bet it happened. She said that, I'm sure. A lot of people are saying it.
The people are saying it.
I would never say that. People are saying it.
I was thinking about the other day if I wanted to go, how I want to go dressed up.
Go in like one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes.
That also seems hot.
Yeah.
But it's got air conditioners in it, like little fans.
It's got fans. That's not the same.
It's just blowing my hot ball sweat air around.
How long does a wedding take? Like I did it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah, well.
The weddings don't take that long.
We
I'm
should
sure
wear
there'll
our
be
Vegas
mushrooms there.
suits.
It'd be so hot.
Show up. I mean, you're already going to be, if you're planning on wearing black as option 1 and 2 is a T-Rex suit.
Inflatable
Come
T-Rex
on.
suit.
No, I've got a summer black button up.
Oh, a summer black button up.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Like
I'm the guy
Garth
with
Brooks? The summer black button up.
some MILF goes missing every city I visit.
Yeah, like a rhinestone cowboy.
Oh, speaking of missing MILFs. Robin, do you know that there is a singles mixer at the Steelhead?
Yeah, I sent you the link, I thought.
Oh, then I didn't look at it because mom
I'm
and dad
shocked.
because mom and dad were on the phone, and
God.
I hear David from the other room, and I walk in. I'm like, "What's up?" And I hear my dad on the phone.
I'll
He's
be
like,
a nice girl.
yeah, hey, there's gonna be a singles mixer at the Steelhead, and I was like, if I want to find single moms, I'll go outside and throw a rock.
Right.
I was like, they can find a babysitter for one night. I guarantee it.
Your options are daddy issues, mommy issues, or baby issues. So that's what you have to choose from now.
I'm taking daddy all day long.
Or they hate Chipotle.
Or yeah, if they hate Chipotle, fucking kick them to the curb, man.
I eat Chipotle way too much.
The last time I went to Chipotle, I ended up getting the carnitas bowl, and I've stopped getting the fajitas vegetables in there because I feel like it messes with the mixture of fajitas, like cold, like wet to dry mixture in the bowl. There's too much, so I eliminated that, and that was the last time I had a really good experience at Chipotle.
I get the barbacoa beef.
I love the barbacoa beef. I can talk about Chipotle all day long.
Right, I love Chipotle. I love Chipotle.
I especially love the Roseburg Chipotle.
Right. My dad loves when you comment on things. He's started to find them, and he's like, "Hey, look at this."
It is one of the funnier things that your dad is starting to tap into my brand of comedy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, because he's starting to realize I'm not being mean. I'm just being a dick.
Yeah. Those two things are not always the same.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I wouldn't even say a dick. Jackass.
Yeah. Okay, I'll accept that. I am definitely out here being a jackass.
It's just jackassery. That's pretty much what we all do. We're not really dicks.
Yeah.
It's just jackassery.
Yeah, we're just pulling each other's tails, basically.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't have a tail, it's your dick.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the fair.
It was something the other day that, it was again, someone made a comment about someone cutting them off in traffic, and I went to my classic, I didn't want to shit my pants, and then your dad's like, "Oh, those must have been some great pants." Like, thank you, Bill, I got it from here.
The funniest part to me was he showed me the picture, and I'm like, "Oh God, Jake said he had to shit his pants." And then he's like, "Here's what he said," and then what I said. And I was like, "I knew it."
The best part is like the person almost immediately realized that they had walked into the shark pool, Because like they made one comment and then like you
God damn it.
and your dad like made a comment almost immediately afterwards. They're like, delete.
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes into the fucking post.
Like, I'm just gonna bow out of this. I was like, that was smart because I can do this all day. I have got nothing going on in my life. I
Captain
can sit
Facebook over there.
Yeah, I am bored.
Can do this
I
all
have
day.
nothing to do. like, give me a reason to be absurd. Like that's
what it was. That pharmacy line talking one, because it was posted by an anonymous, and that's what I was commenting on. I was gonna be like, you're a pussy for being anonymous.
But see, I
kind of want to just start doing that on all the anonymous.
I stirred him up about like 6 months ago. I made a comment like I gave a fuck. I was like, how come everybody in here is posting anonymously?
Oh yeah.
I just like, all right, let's see what this does. Send 86 messages later, people arguing about who should be allowed to be anonymous and who shouldn't. Like, who cares?
I don't understand the big deal. Why do they fucking care? Literally, why do they fucking care?
Like, they think this person, like, they want to be able to get in somebody's ass, but they also don't want that person who lives in the same town as them to walk across the street and get in their face about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you seen that?
I give the middle finger with impunity around here because I'm never going to see you again.
Right? It's a big city.
Big city. I'm never going to see you again.
I did it in Myrtle Creek the other day.
Well, you see, you don't have a problem with that.
Because that guy had a fucking beaver's headrest thing, and I'm like, fuck you.
You know what you did.
At that point, it was like 17 days. Now we're at 10.
I did swerve into a Honda Civic on the freeway today.
Like off the road?
Yeah. I pushed him into the median until he hit his brakes. Because I'm sitting here driving in the fast lane.
You're sitting there.
Sitting right. This is my car.
Okay.
Vehicle.
No, that's a house, Dave.
Imagination station. So I'm sitting in my car. I'm in the fast lane. I am actively passing people, but I see this car in my rear view, and he's just like whipping in and out, and it's this old shitty silver Honda Civic. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, all right, cool. So I start to get over, and as he starts to pass me, I'm not even over yet. I just start swerving back into it, and he's getting closer and closer to the median. Then he hits his brakes, and he speeds up, gets right on me, and I'm going 50 in the fast lane. I have tinted back windows, so he definitely didn't see me flipping him off. So he goes to get over, I get over, and then I speed up so that the car that's in the fast lane, I'm just right on their bumper.
Yeah.
And just let them get stuck and literally just do this.
I've had a couple.
I was like, I'll play these games, bud.
I've had a couple good traffic games lately. Let's see, I'm trying to remember them now. Keep talking while I think about my traffic game. Oh yeah.
I did it to someone, same thing as Dave. I didn't run him into the median, but I had a fucking big Ford come flying up on my ass as I had just moved over to the left lane, and I'm like, well, if he gets too close, I'm just going to have to go as slow as his truck for a couple miles. And I did. He's just like on my ass. I'm like,
right.
I got all day, bud.
And I pride myself on paying attention when I'm driving. I pride myself on paying attention while I'm driving. So if you come out of nowhere behind me,
yeah,
that's
came
on
out of
you.
nowhere.
That's you. Yeah. That's not me not paying attention. That is you.
I was about to hit the tunnel on 99, go under the city, and this dude, he goes over into the exit only lane to go into the city, not under the city. And so this is an active highway that we're doing this on. So he slow merges over to the left to get off on the off ramp, and then slow merges back onto the highway at about 25 miles an hour, doing one of these numbers. With his phone up in front of his face.
Yeah.
Now, normally that would just get you a middle finger from me and the horn as I go by you. But this guy had his phone number on the side of his car. And so I did some quick Google foo and discovered that, yeah, this is definitely a one-man operation. So if I call this number, it's going to go directly to the truck that's now behind me. So I call up. Hey, is this Mike? Yeah, who is this? Hey, why don't you put your phone down and learn how to fucking drive?
I like
What?
that move.
He's like, why don't you mind your own fucking business? And so I do the same thing you guys do. I go fast and let him get into the spot that I was in, and then I slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm Smokey. You remember that the scene in Smokey and the Bandit where they cover him up in the right-hand lane so the police doesn't see him?
Yeah.
This is basically what I was doing to this guy, just boxing him in all over the place. And then I hit the fucking accelerator. And I've got a 460 and zero weight. Well, I mean, weight of the vehicle, but I'm not hauling anything.
Yeah.
And so I just fucking hammer it. And this dude is trying to keep up with me. Like he's doing his best to keep up.
Yeah.
And he cuts me off at one point and gives me the finger. And I was turning off to go buy weed anyway. And so I sent him a text message because I know this is a cell phone.
Right.
And I just said, man, all that horsepower and you're still a pussy. But yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
And just people who don't understand that merging exists.
I mean, there's no etiquette in driving anymore. There may have been at a time, but
We forgot it.
Not a lot, and definitely none now.
I had another example of something funny that had happened. I'm trying to think of what it was and I lost it. I mean, it basically comes down to me telling people to fuck themselves in public.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when that happened in Lebanon, a place that's quiet enough that you can hear people yelling at each other from across the street.
Nice.
So we're driving, I've got the window down, and the guy in front of me apparently had his window down too, because he hits the brakes. I'm like, God, this guy fucking sucks. And I just hear, the fuck did you say? And I stick my head on it. I said you fucking suck at driving.
Oh, yep, I do. Yep. I had another one last week when I went to go pick up Riv. I'm driving, and you know how sometimes you'll get like 6 cars in the left lane, all passing a few trucks. Mm-hmm. The guy behind me got in a big hurry, and I usually leave enough space that I can stop safely. Right. And this guy goes over to the right lane to like pass me before we get to the next truck. And I'm like, no. Dude, I'm not going to leave you any space. Yeah. So I fucking close the gap and then slow down. I'm like, dude,
I do that. I do that move all the time.
And it was right before Roberts Mountain where it turns into 3 lanes. So I was like, you can go by me when we get to 3, not in a hurry. Again, left on time. But until then, fuck off.
I am legitimately grateful that they're turning the I-5 north of Eugene into 3 lanes.
They've been saying that for 30 years though.
Yeah, but now they're actually like laying
they're working on it now?
Yeah, they're like laying down shit.
Okay.
It'll be done in the next 10 years.
Yeah. It'll be well, I just got used to Tacoma being done. I need another big project on I-5.
Wait, Tacoma's done?
Yeah, Tacoma
last
year for the first time in my life. They are done with the construction in Tacoma.
I lived in Washington 7 years.
Yep.
It was under construction when I moved to Washington, and it was under construction when I left Washington.
It was under construction before that.
I wasn't being funny when I said that this has been under construction for 37 years.
Mm-hmm.
It has been under construction for 37 years at least.
Yeah.
And they just finished it.
Mm-hmm. Did they ever
crazy
do that train thing that they wanted to do?
Oh, the hyper train? No.
Yeah. Because they had that one train flip over when I was still living up there.
Yeah, anytime someone wants to distract somebody, they flip an Amtrak train or they hit a moose or something.
Mm-hmm. It's so bulgy. It's like a moose.
It's like a moose.
I saw a picture of a moose in the Columbia crossing to Oregon today. I was like, whoa,
what's up?
We got a moose.
It's just like swimming across the fucking Columbia River.
Swimming across, just like, what's over here? Heard they got good cheese on the coast.
Do you guys
the Bullwinkle voice?
Hey, Rookie, why don't we head to Tillamook and get some cheese?
Let me get the cheese.
I can.
Do you guys like saltwater taffy?
It's okay.
It's
Rib
on my
loves
list
it.
of most overrated candy ever.
Ooh.
Because every time you go over to the coast, someone's like, "Oh, hey, you're gonna be on the coast? Well, grab me some saltwater taffy."
Got me some saltwater taffy.
And I'm always like,
no.
because mom and dad came home with a bag of saltwater taffy, and I was like, "Who's this for?" My dad's like, "One of my coworkers," and I was like, "Why?"
You know they have it at Sherm's and grocery outlet and like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I realized the saltwater taffy was not a beach exclusive thing, it stopped being fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you got that one taffy shop in Florence. All they do is sell like 700 different flavors of saltwater taffy. And in the 90s, that place was fucking popping.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Well, go grab your 2 pounds of saltwater taffy for $1.94.
How about no?
I wonder
How
what the
about
margins on
no?
that is. I
You
mean,
can
okay,
never tell what
so
flavor it is.
there's a lot of foreign candies I like that are not very sweet, not very flavorful, but that's like like Asian candies. Not nearly the amount of sugar that we have in ours. If
Yep.
I wanted to eat a candy with less sugar, I wouldn't get saltwater taffy.
It's all sugar.
Yeah.
It is sugar.
If I want something that doesn't have flavor, saltwater taffy is still not my pick. I'll find an Asian market
get a
somewhere and get
Zagnut.
something.
Go get you Zagnut. My dad bought me a Zagnut bar one time. He was like, "Hey, I was in Spokane and I got you something. It's a Zagnut." I'm like, "This is the worst candy bar I've
Right.
ever had."
Mm-hmm.
It
And he
literally
knew.
is. He did. He's like,
He knew.
"Oh, I
Oh, of
know."
course he knew.
He knew.
Because he saw Beetlejuice and he had a Zagnut. He's like, "Oh, this is fucking terrible."
That's a
Every-
movie I can't wait for.
Yeah, I was gonna say a new
Mhm.
Beetlejuice coming out soon.
Right.
What was the one I just saw the trailer for?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, it was Y2K.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Y2K horror movie.
Like
what if the
actually happened?
Y2K actually were like the death virus and computers came alive?
I'd be
I
fine.
already saw that. It's Terminator.
Yeah.
No, but it's more like it starts off with what is that?
Matrix.
Project X, the big party.
Yeah.
So like all these kids are at a party and then this happens and they're like, what? And then somebody gets killed immediately.
Naturally.
Like, wow.
Like, there's no laws.
I saw that. It's The Purge.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we've got a cross between Project X, Cloverfield, The Purge, and 2012. Put it together in one movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All we need is a Balchinian from the Project 43, and we're good to go.
And then Craven was the other one I saw.
Mhm.
And that looks really good. Like I wasn't positive it would be as good, at least in the trailer, but because of Madam Web and everybody's like, well, that movie sucks. I didn't mind it. It's not great. I mean, like they cut out about a bunch of good shit, or they should have had in there. But it looks like it'll be good.
Mm-hmm. I think I told you, Robin, that's just definitely a movie I'm going to go into it, try and not have a connection
Yeah.
of who Craven
Just-
is in
yeah,
my
just-
head.
Forget that you know who he's supposed to be and
Mhm.
just watch it.
So
Not.
difficult. It's challenging to separate these people from their source material.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't think it is. I just forget about them when I go in there, and then I'll be like, "Oh yeah, in this version, this happens." Like it's the multiverse.
Mm-hmm. Like I finally watched
The
Morbius.
retcon machine.
Either way.
Finally watched Morbius, and I had to do the same thing where I'm like,
Oh yeah, that one's not even close.
but that movie is just bad. I didn't.
Is that
like
the one
it.
with Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Jared
it's
Leto's
so
favorite
bad
movie.
though that I like watching it because it's
Yeah. Jared Leto he needs to stop. He needs to stick to
He just needs
his
to stop.
independent film types where he's a AIDS infested tranny that what Dallas Buyers Club won.
yeah.
He needs to stick to those art pieces.
He just needs to go back to 30 Seconds to Mars and just stay there.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that that movie with guy from Lonely Island.
Andy Samberg,
Andy Samberg.
Justin
It's
Timberlake.
Pop star.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, that's a third of the way to Mars. He's like, now we talked about this. That's just the name of the band, not how long it takes to get to Mars.
How long does it take to get to Mars?
Months.
So why can't we go? Is it because we like
it's
have to
just-
launch the deal at such a velocity?
We have to be in space that long. Plus,
Yeah,
if
I
something
think-
happens, you're going to be that far away. There's no help.
I mean, like because the people in the ISS are getting a ton of it right now.
Yeah, but
Um,
there's
I
still
know-
like we can figure something out, and then it doesn't take you another year and a half to get back.
I know
on
that
top of fixing it.
some.
I mean, be a pioneer. I mean, you think Lewis and Clark were worried about how long the trip back was going to take?
No, that's why they took the Indian chicks.
Oh yeah.
I do know some astronauts just came back from, and I don't quote me on this, but I think the
Dave
story is
Said.
they stayed in space. They stayed at the space station as long as it would take to go to make it to Mars.
Oh, yeah.
And they came back, and it's fairly recent, so they're probably still doing workups and just
Their bone
watching
density
them
was like
eat.
30% lower and shit. And
Yeah, like
they
their
were
bodies were just-
shorter.
Oh shit.
we need to
Yeah.
figure out gravity drives first.
So that's the real answer to my question.
If we can get artificial gravity in space, I think that would change. That would
Well,
change
let's
everything.
just figure out gravity, and then
Miniature black holes is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have
Oh.
tiny.
I watched Interstellar.
the way they made gravity on that Martian movie, like they
The
had
Martian?
a big spinning, Martian with
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon. Yeah, they had a big circular thing that they used, and it
Mhm.
was constantly spinning, which would in effect create gravity. But I don't know how it would work when you're always spinning and your up is relative. I don't know. It just seems weird.
Yeah, this is that
Yeah.
scene from Ender's Gate where he's like, "Well, from where I'm sitting, you're actually down," and he's like, "You're really smart, and I'm Harrison Ford."
Oh, that also another one. Harrison Ford as Red Hulk.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see that shit.
I didn't notice that it was Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. Now you see, I saw the preview for Falcon as Captain America.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother me that he's black. It doesn't bother me that it's a new Captain America. It bothers me that he was Falcon.
Right.
That's what bothers me.
You know what
Mhm.
bothers me is that he has no powers. He's just a guy.
He's Falcon. That's exactly right. The whole point of Captain America was that he was a super soldier with the serum. And yeah, like he's a super being. This is
Yeah.
just a guy with some wings.
He's just a guy.
Yeah.
And
He's Falcon with a new paint job.
so I was sitting there, I was hate watching that preview. I'm like, this is gonna be dumb. This is gonna be dumb. It's gonna be stupid, and I hate it. Give me back my cap. God damn it.
I
didn't
wonder
think
if
he was
they're gonna
But
give
then-
him some powers.
And then final 3 seconds of the trailer, shield caught by a giant red hand, slammed into the ground by a giant red foot. Suddenly I'm interested.
Mhm.
Right? Like, God
Oh, I
damn
get
it.
Now I get to watch Falcon get his shit absolutely wrecked for an hour and 20 minutes and then somehow come out. He's going to do the old Mike Milf offense.
Did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes, I did.
So you remember Isaiah, right?
Hmm?
Did you see him in the trailer that you watched?
I did not.
Mhm.
Because he's in it, and I think he's like also causing an issue. So I'm not
So,
sure.
yeah, the way
if-
the trailer plays out, it seems like Isaiah tries to kill somebody, kill the president or something like that.
See, even like Winter Soldier, they stayed pretty like fairly true to the source material. Like I love the Winter Soldier storyline.
Yeah.
And like
that's
people
also
hate,
a fairly new one.
is it? I don't think
like,
so. It's like 8
well,
years.
Well, I know, but that's Winter Soldier in the comics hasn't been around that long.
Oh, I thought you were talking about as a movie.
Oh, no.
I can't remember when Winter Soldier came out.
Since
far
you
as the
graduated.
I know I'm talking about comics.
As a comic, I'll find out.
Oh,
I
I
know.
was looking. All right, fine. You look it up.
I'm not
I
looking
will.
it up.
I don't know why we're not looking it up right now.
Dave's like, I don't even know where my phone is.
Soldier comic.
That is a
Oh,
The movie
think it's
came out
under my
in
pillow.
2014.
Yeah.
Is there a Winter Soldier comic? 2012.
Yeah.
So wow, they turned that around real fucking quick. They're like, hey, we came up with this character. Let's put him in a movie.
Russo brothers were like, hey, we got an idea.
Then they got Vince Russo to come in and be like, bro, his arm is made of metal, bro.
That's the
Why?
Russo cousin.
Like, why is it made of metal? Because, bro, when he was in Russia, he ended up losing his arm in a mechanical accident, bro. And now he's got an arm that takes its own life. What the fuck are you talking about, Vince? Bro.
He's got a sixer of Sam Adams.
No, he's straight edge, man. He loves like Vince Russo loves him some Jesus. I think allegedly.
Jesus.
You said it, man.
Allegedly.
You said it, man. Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
No. When did Captain America come out? Was that 2012?
I believe so.
America.
A sign at it opened up my eyes at the Renaissance Fair. It said this booth has had 0 consecutive days without a Blazing Saddles reference.
Wait.
I wonder which references are going on. You walk in, there's a black guy with a cowboy hat.
That sheriff is near. The sheriff is near.
Winter Soldier had to have come out before, because Captain America: First Avenger, Bucky's in it as Winter Soldier,
True.
and that's 2011. So he had to have shown up in a comic before that, though.
All right. Well, maybe.
Whatever.
Who cares?
For your mother.
Well, Jack Kirby created him, so he's definitely old.
So
okay.
I was gonna say, so the Bucky Barnes, Bucky, just him as Bucky, has been around a long time.
Yeah.
But Winter Soldier, I don't know how long.
That's yeah.
Well, 1941, Bucky stumbled. Wait, no, that's just history. That's not helpful.
No.
I'm on Marvel.com and they've got like a full dissertation about the history of Bucky Barnes. This is
seems like a lot of work.
Actually seems really interesting because here's Ant-Man bringing him back. These days, Winter Soldier and Hawkeye have teamed up to find out if the Natasha still walks the planet, and if so, what she remembers of her old life.
Bring back Black Widow.
Yeah, bring her back.
Bring
Please.
her back. I need some more of that booty.
I'm really
TB
curious as to see what happens now after Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm sure they've got it all.
Like what direction they're gonna. Like I know RDJ's coming back as some sort of Doom.
Yeah.
Doctor, in fact.
Yep.
Not just some kind of Doom, a doctor.
PhD.
The D stands for Doom.
Pretty hard Doom.
He's got a player haters degree.
Hey.
There's a pistol.
Oh man. Are we gonna get Cole Carter at tailgate?
Oh God, are we?
Is he gonna have a
is he allowed to be in public yet?
I don't know.
Like
Probably.
I know he's on the internet, but that doesn't mean he's not out of rehab.
He gets released once. He gets released once a year for football season.
Right.
and as he leaves, they hand him a pint of Jose Cuervo to put in his back pocket.
They're like, "Don't drink this."
That still makes me laugh when I think about it. And I'm like, Cole, we're adults now.
Right.
We can buy nicer tequila.
Yeah,
but he can't.
I had to teach my mom the finer points of Rekia vodka, the Icelandic shit.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, go get us a bottle of vodka. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, oh, we just usually get Pinnacle. I said, the fuck we are.
I wrote Pinnacle.
We'll get some HRD.
Yeah, so I went and got a fifth of the Rekia. I took it in, and she's like, oh my God, this is so much better. I'm like, I know, you're welcome.
We were rocking some Pinnacle last football season.
Yeah, but we use it as a mixer.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you can use just about any vodka as a mixer.
Whenever I go buy that, though, it's one of those things like when I used to go to Starbucks and buy that the pink dragon fruit drink.
Yeah.
It's always like, this is for my girlfriend. I'll get a regular coffee for me, and then don't drink the regular coffee.
Just throws it out.
Yeah. When I go buy those, because I always get the whipped cream vodka, and I'm like,
yeah,
too 2 fucking gallons of it. I'm like, yeah, whipped cream vodka for me and the boys.
That reminds me of when Aaron and we had just like we were freshly 21 and we didn't know how to drink, so we're getting a
We
six
didn't
pack.
know.
We didn't know, so we're getting a pack of Smirnoff, because we're gonna have because it tastes okay. Whatever, we're kids, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
But we also realize that we're buying bitch beer. And so as we get to the counter because we've each got a 6, I've got like apple and he's got fucking rocket pop for all I know. And we set them down and they're getting to the front of the counter. This is at the Walmart there in Springfield off of Olympic. And I just turned back to him and I go, so this is what Rachel wanted, right? He looks at me, he's like, yeah, exactly. It's like
Cashier's like, you guys watching Birdcage tonight or
yeah, no, we're watching Black Swan. That's what we're doing. Guys is gonna sit around and watch Black Swan. I heard Natalie Portman is naked.
She doesn't, but
she doesn't, but
she does some things.
She does some stuff in that movie.
Close enough for 21-year-old me to get it out.
Right. Oh god.
Hey, let's watch Jennifer's Body. Why? Trust me.
Yeah. Because you get to see Jennifer's body.
That interaction.
I know.
that interaction of you. This is what Rachel wanted. That went so much better than in my head. Because in my head I'm like, you get up there like, yeah, these are for our girlfriends. And then you get nervous and like, because they can't buy alcohol. Because they're underage. Shit.
Shit.
Oh god. That reminded me of that Beastie Boys line where he's like, the girls that I like are underage. And I'm like, guys, you can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
They even do that in the song. Like he tries to tell them to shut up
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
in the middle of the song.
The girls that I like are underage.
I think that's check it out, isn't it?
I thought it was like Paul Revere.
Something Jimmy Page. The girls I like are underage.
Well, how about Bad Desire by Bruce Springsteen?
I mean, there was a lot of bad songs.
Yeah.
Girl, is your daddy home? Did he leave you all alone?
Isn't there a Rick James song about 17?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of songs that are pretty much just like she's not of age.
She's all right.
Yeah, Rick James is the only one who's like,
or not
I'm
Rick James.
banging 46-year-olds. There's 40 of them.
Oh. Oh man.
Give it to me, baby. Has a different meaning now.
Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to strike a chord.
Yeah, well.
That was a depth charge.
Oh, that took me a minute.
I heard it and I was like, did he just? He did. He meant it. Yep.
What's the other one? Kiss has one, like Dr. Love Gun or Love Gun.
Well, all their songs are about fucking.
Yeah.
Have you seen Fall Guy yet?
No, it comes out on Peacock on the 30th or 31st.
Well,
on the 31st, I'm busy.
You two will also have a new reprisal and joy for "I Was Made for Loving You" by Kiss once you watch that movie.
Okay.
Because it's like the song of the movie. There's one
kind of like
scene-
that Madonna song is stuck in my head still.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean what's that?
The Deadpool song.
Must stand alone.
I hear it's like a prayer.
You've called my name, and it feels like like a prayer. That's the name of that song.
I just said that.
I didn't hear you. I was singing.
Oh.
Trying to figure it out.
I was just thinking that we got a game this Saturday. I'm really upset right now.
Next Saturday, Dave.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, Dave.
Wait, you're upset that we have a game?
Oh,
no,
we don't have a game.
In my head, I've been looking at my count, like I'm looking at the date right now. I'm like,
yeah,
all right, we're
I
there.
was a week ahead. I thought I missed Pioneer Days.
No, you guys are not wrong, because we were originally scheduled to play Hawaii in week 0.
Hawaii.
But because the Beavers are like, if we don't play you, we won't make any money this year. You're gonna make any money anyway. But
3 words, fuckers. Not our problem.
Yeah, conference. Hey,
I like that the game still calls them from the Pac-12.
yeah.
Like,
okay, go right ahead.
all right.
My favorite thing that I've done so far was reform the Pac-12 and then kick Oregon State and Washington State out. Like, fuck you guys. You want to be independent? You're independent. Congratulations.
Yep. Go play Notre Dame 12 times.
Welcome to Conference USA.
No, they didn't get a conference. I just made them independent.
Oh, just straight up independent.
Yeah, because 10 versus 2, they all got voted out.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we decided to have a board. Like we
had a board meeting.
We had a board meeting.
Mostly means I was bored and kicked you out.
I have entire headcanon for college football. This is why I've been looking forward to this for 11 years, because once I start recruiting and I start doing things, like I have storylines that exist only in my head. Like, oh, we got to watch out for what's happening with this quarterback now at Cal, because he chose Cal over Oregon. So he is not going to throw for any yards this year against me.
Yeah. Have you done the road to glory yet?
Yeah, I won a national championship with Ohio.
Oh. What position was your guy?
Quarterback.
Okay.
If I just get to throw the ball, and it was also on varsity, so I just throw touchdowns. Like, oh, you want to run it? Nope, we're throwing it.
I seem to have a hard time getting guys open on varsity, which is stupid. I'm like, you guys, catch the ball. Oh, every linebacker can jump 10 feet.
Yeah.
My
bad.
Frustrating.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I was doing a stretch where, you got a new gun, I heard.
I did not.
I was playing a stretch as Louisville where I threw like 9 interceptions in the span of like 3.5 quarters.
Oof.
I'm like, what is going on? And then I figured it out. I was like, oh, I'm throwing to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah. Also seems like my line in the second year is not very good. And I'm like, I'm just running it, I guess. We're taking off.
Well, there have been a lot of complaints about the way the balancing is, like the last update.
Yeah.
People have been, people are going to complain about everything, but it seems like.
Right.
And it was like, oh, people online are saying this Madden sucks. I'm like,
a lot of people are saying it.
Like, actually, I disagree. I think this Madden is probably the most fun Madden I've played in several years. Like, the UI works, the music isn't terrible.
That is one of the things I love about the college football game is the music. I'm like, yes, let's get ready for some fucking real football.
Right. The only thing that pisses me off is the people who made the music are going around copyright striking people who are streaming the game.
What?
Yeah. Like that's our copywritten music, so you can't. So yeah.
Gave permission to them to use.
But it's the same thing, like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you can't listen to the radio and stream.
Right. And that's some of the best stuff.
Yeah.
The shit they say on there. What's the difference between ET and a Mexican or whatever? Like, God. Here we go.
But hang on, I'm listening now. I wasn't, but suddenly I am.
ET can speak English and wants to go home. Anyway, here's the next song. Like, whoa.
Zing.
I just pulled over for that. In a video game.
Right?
I do have another budge for me to buy a new Xbox though.
Oh?
Just recently. So I'm playing I have spent the last few months playing through all the BioWare games, so all the Mass Effects, which I'm done with.
And now then they have a Beaver Dam Hunter.
Beaver Dam Hunter, yep. And so Beaver I'm on the 3rd Dragon Age right now. Because a new Dragon Age is coming out this year, and I checked it and it says XS or X whatever, and I'm like,
get fucked.
Like I literally ran through these games and have just been grinding and playing them because I knew the new one was coming out, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
They're gonna get us all.
I mean, I know it's a matter of time, so I just got another nudge to do it.
And the funny part about it is at this point we're more than halfway through the life of
this cycle.
This cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So by the time you get this one, you're gonna be like, oh, I just got this, and then the next one's gonna come out.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna wait for the next one.
You said
that's what you said last
about this one.
Well, I'm Still gonna wait a little bit, but
He said, "It's like this is Lars Ulrich. Today you're supposed to receive his gold-plated Shark Tank, but because of people like you downloading music off the internet, he has to wait a little while."
Fucking LimeWire.
Instead he bought some drumming lessons.
No, he never.
No,
bought
he didn't.
those.
He didn't. never got
once
those. All he needs is a fucking metronome. Just learn the fucking.
One.
All you gotta do.
Mhm.
Tap,
Two
tap,
and
tap,
one
tap.
and two and one and two.
I was just listening, saw a podcast where we were talking about the first time Dave Grohl ever played with a metronome was on a Nirvana song.
Mm.
Like they couldn't get the timing down right, and finally the
Yeah.
producer was like, "Hey, try this," and Dave's like, "No," and then basically they went home for the day, and the next day Dave was like, "All right, I'm gonna try it now," and then they got the song in one take.
I feel like I relate to Dave Grohl at some level on that. Here, we want you to do it this way. No. Okay, I'll try it
All
then.
right.
Hey, that way you wanted me to try it. It worked out really well, and I wanted to
Right.
thank you for giving me this opportunity to try this.
Right? Well, don't ever do that again
Don't
unless
ever
you're right.
Don't ever suggest anything to me unless you're right, because
Right?
I'm gonna tell you no.
It'll be no until you're right.
Like fuck. And then I'm gonna tell you it's my idea the whole time.
That sounds about right.
hmm
Well, these people,
Hey.
they could have been anywhere in
You
the
people.
world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking out the full unedited version on YouTube. Oh,
well,
speaking
it might be
of-
edited some.
Yeah, some of it might be edited. We
Not
might.
No,
so-
the unedited is on Pornhub.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Well, the unedited is on my OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com/. Wait, I'm not giving you that.
I'm more of a Patreon guy.
What's happening? That's weird.
Earthquake. You guys don't feel that?
So we got a comment on our
Oh yeah.
our most recent episode. Stop. So it says, why is Luis J. Gomez watching two bears take turns being on top on here? Really
Okay.
good joke, guy. Really good joke.
Who's Louis Gomez?
I don't know, some Chilean comedian who looks like he's got Ozempic face. Yeah, so
Probably
real,
just
real,
Coke.
real good joke there. Name bunch of numbers, but thanks for watching.
Name bunch of numbers.
Oh, I know who that guy is.
See that guy? Wait, the guy who commented or
actor.
this? Oh, yeah, who is he? Has he ever done anything?
Oh, Luis Guzman?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Gomez.
Oh.
He
Gomez.
played
Guzman's
Gomez
cool.
on the Wednesday show on Netflix.
Mhm.
That's
Does that
different.
count?
No,
Luis
no.
Guzman would have been a funnier joke.
Luis
Yeah.
Guzman would have been a much funnier joke. See, we're like, take these notes,
You're
Go back.
welcome.
write them down, and come back to us when you get some new material.
Hit
But-
that
Write
link
him,
button.
write him down. Use him as a wad for a shotgun. Put it in your mouth.
Come to
And then
Seattle
pull
and
the
Kurt
trigger.
Cobain yourself.
Yeah.
But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
Until we meet again!
Hey, go Ducks.
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 It is almost
Week and a
Christmas.
half. Not 3 days. That my mind was thinking. My mind was telling me.
My mind's
yes.
telling me no.
Body.
From my body. All right, maybe tomorrow I'll start doing tailgate stuff.
Yeah, I just gotta get my bag together.
Are you bringing the fam?
Yep, game one is fam game.
Gotcha.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear because it's gonna be hot. So I gotta figure out what short I gotta.
Well, we're in section yellow, so
Okay. I've
Oh, is
got
it
yellow.
the stripy,
Oh,
stripy
this
shit?
stripy game.
Cut off sleeve yellow.
I'm not a big
I
fan
got
of the
one.
stripy game, but whatever.
Yeah, don't tell me what to wear. Like, we pulled it off against Colorado, I'll say that.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Ooh. Can I wear my running short, my Oregon running shorts that I got at the? It's gonna be a
Yes.
hot day. Hot Dave.
Hello!
Hot summer days.
Hot summer days.
Oh.
Summer days drifting away.
Oh. The summer nights? No, that didn't work. Anyway.
All right, boys, it's hot in here. I'm gonna open
It's
some.
getting hot in here.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.